I'm Bryce here with Derek, the third house guest eliminated from Big Brother 19, and it's about time. So Derek, man, kind of a shocking vote.
Yeah, I mean, it happens, and I mean, this is something that I kind of figured was going to come. I just didn't think it was going to come this fast.
Right.
I'm going to be honest, I played sloppy today. This was not a good show of what I should have been doing. So, biggest red flag is like when you find yourself on the opposite side of the numbers, you're not in a good spot. Whether it's majority, whether you're rocking the boat, stuff like that. Now, when I played in the past, the big thing that I didn't want to do is I didn't want to play it safe because you sit in anxiety the whole time. You sit, you overthink, you worry, you play behind closed doors. And I said, you know what, more than anything, I'm going to be out in the open, be free. People are going to know my stance, and if I go out a fool, I go out a fool. But the one thing I wanted to do was cause people to doubt their alliances, just really mess people up all night. And I mean, this happens. I mean, I just was on the opposite side of the numbers. When people started talking, I walked away to the wrong spots. I didn't get in on the right groups. And I think that's where I messed up is at some points I got cocky, and instead of like sitting in groups where it gets real quiet, I just decided not to be a part of them. So yeah, I mean, this happens on these big jobs. Obviously, this is Big Brother. Could have done better, but I think that was the funniest thing to happen. You know, to think you secured the vote and you're like, yes, this is it. And sure enough, whenever everything went off and everything was done, it was against me. So there's nothing funnier than that. To think you have a plan that goes through and then it blows up in your face. So that's just pure humor.
Right.
There.
So is that what you meant when you were exiting? You made the comment about the joke.
Yeah, no, it was a great joke because like that was it. Because I was affirmed by 3 people to face, a 4th person to face, and so the vote's 3-6. So like I lost, double over. So that shows like there I was trying to mess with people, and in the small alliance I had, I was like, yeah, that'll happen. I even told Allie, I said, don't save me, because I was so sure of it. I mean, that was just being cocky. I could have took myself off the block entirely, and I trusted too much in my alliances, and it came back to get me. The guy that was trying to sow doubt in alliances trusted his too much, and that's the funny part.
So, who would you say who was in your biggest alliance? Would you say?
So I think I played the cards wrong there. So I thought Abby was going to be my biggest alliance member because of the power she held and the people that would, pay liege to her. I thought I was in with Rita and Josh. But obviously Josh had some concerns. He said, hey, what was that wild thing you did earlier where you said you're going to burn people? And I mean, I definitely played that not because I thought I was going to make it another round, but because I wanted Liz to go another round. Obviously, I'm not the best competitor. I've lost every game so far. Liz has been competitive the whole time. So it would have been a better game for, I think, everyone if Liz continued. But people liked me more. They thought I was less of a strategic threat. And I mean, that works perfectly because look where I'm at now, the next round.
So your eviction speech last round when you were up on the block with Liz, you'd say that was more of a self-sacrificial type
Absolutely,
thing?
yeah.
Okay.
Because that was the biggest thing was like, and it's just one of those things where when it comes down to these technical games, I'm just not being, I'm not thinking outside the box. Like the dice roll, I was just sitting there dropping it, throwing it.
Right.
No strategy. I couldn't get up there, and then I was eliminated. It's like, all right, cool. When it came down to the grid, is it a memory game of all in one, or should I run back and forth, which would have been the smarter move. So there I was again, just not thinking outside the box. So it was a sloppy day today for me. I think if I'd have played a more safer strategy, I'd have seen a lot further. But again, I just wanted to see what this would do, and here we are.
Right. So if you could rewind, time.
Nope.
And go back and change one thing about your game, what would you change?
I would have been more of a campaigner and less of a loose cannon.
Okay.
I would have definitely talked a lot more. I would have talked a lot more securely. I probably wouldn't spoke as much. Now, when this kind of scared me right off the bat, when I saw myself and Lucas go up, and then I saw Bowen and Oscar go up, I was like, oh, earlier today I made a joke about boys versus girls, and look, the 4 people that went up, so I was like, I'm on the opposite side of that, or opposite side of the winning side there.
So do you think there definitely was a boys versus girls kind of
I think Not necessarily that. Not necessarily boys versus girls, but it was just one of those things where I think Rita was like, I talked to all my girls, I didn't really talk to these guys, and so since she was the main woman in charge, obviously, you know, us guys were speaking to each other. Rita didn't get in touch with us fast enough, and you know, all 4 of us went up. Which I can't say that because I mean that means Desh didn't go up. That means Josh didn't go up. You know, so on and so forth. But yeah, I saw myself on the bad side of things really quickly.
So your vote was 6-3 for you to leave. Who do you think were the 3 votes to keep you?
If I had to guess, Mackenzie, because I told Mackenzie right before we got in, I said, I want to hit that home button so bad. If I do anything today, like if I'll count it a win, which, man, here we are. I'll count it a win if I get to hit that home button. Because I just wanted to see what it would do to people. I want to see when the alliances would get crumbling. Because I mean, once you have like, what's the most people that go out whenever it's 4, right? 3, 2, 4?
4.
4.
For what? For
So whenever they hit the home button, it's 2 eliminations?
I believe it's 2 eliminations.
So 2 people
Yes.
would have went home.
Yes.
Yeah, so then you would have really start seeing people have to pick lines. Because
Right.
I mean, it's just been so, and I think that's the only thing I could say it was not enjoyable for me in this game was like, people were just, they're playing it too safe in my favor. Like, not in my favor, but in my opinion. Like, I don't know. Which is a smart move, you know, playing it safe, a fly on the wall, no strong opinions. That's what
Right.
politicians play. Look where they're at. But yeah, that's my only disappointment from today.
So, okay, last question for you. Would you say you're an Adam Sandler film connoisseur?
No. Okay, so I said that off the bat, and I was so scared. I can't remember his name. He's wearing the shorts today, belt, green turtleneck somewhat.
Green turtleneck belt.
Bowen?
Not Bowen, unless his name is Bowen. He's got the black shorts, shoes. He's got a jacket on somewhat.
Is he playing or is he a camera
camera
person? Pity? You
Not
know
Pity.
Pity.
No,
Logan?
it might be Logan. He was sitting with Emma for a while.
Logan.
Maybe, yes. Logan.
Yeah, so whenever he was the first person to interview me when I got here. And he said, how do you feel about the movie Click? And I'm going to be honest with you, I am not a big Adam Sandler fan whatsoever. Movies I did like, believe it or not, Anger Management. Anger Management was a funny movie to me. I know, it's not the good one either. I liked Little Nicky. And outside of that, the one with where he's a hockey player that's also going for Happy Gilmore.
Okay.
So those are like the 3. Outside of that, I'm just kind of like, yeah, he's all right. Like I don't dislike him, but I just like I find his comedy very loud rather than flavorful.
So what Adam Sandler film do you think best represents your gameplay? If you had to take a stab at that.
Oh man. I mean, yeah, that's a hard choice for me to make because it's definitely, I hope it's not Grown Ups because I didn't like Grown Ups either. It better not be Jack and, it's Jack and Jill if you consider this an absolute flop, but I don't. I think it's a little nicky in the sense it's a little wild at times, but that's all I would say. It's just got a little wild at times.
Okay.
But I mean, I had a 3-round game. I can't really speak a whole story, so like take the small clippets of what you would take from Lil Nicky, like the guy pouring oil on himself, or Ozzy Osbourne reading the head of a bat, like just wild points like the have fun with your red piece of paper. Me like I'm gonna burn you, stuff like that. Just outlying nonsense.
Right.
So I could see that. But yeah, I would say that.
Okay.
I can't think of another Adam Sandler movie for the life of me.
I think Little Nicky works.
Yeah, okay, well, if that
That's
works,
perfect.
that works.
All right, so you heard it here. I'm Bryce here with Derek, the 3rd house guest evicted from BB19, and it's about time.
Yes, so. See you later, folks.